we are going to be talking about clean beauty. So while you all join me, I'm just gonna introduce myself. So hey, I'm Ria and I work as a content marketing manager. I see that our speaker for today has joined us right now. I'm gonna bring them up on the screen now. So there you go. A lot of brands here joining us. Hi guys, welcome to the Spotlight series, where we talk about why you have chosen Meolaa to sell to sell on as a brand, and we discover your brand story. Hey, hi.
Hi Ria, how are you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. Thank you so much for joining us today. I've been hearing a lot about Iluvia recently, like even in the office and outside. So I'm so
Okay,
happy that we finally get to talk about clean beauty and discover what
absolutely.
lies in the future of clean beauty in India. So I have been having internet issues in my past sessions. So if this is okay, let me know. Let me know in the comment box below if you can hear me okay or if you can hear us okay. So yeah, do you want to introduce yourself?
Hi everyone, I'm Nishant. I'm one of the co-founders at Renora Wellness, and we are the makers of the Iluvia professional brand of advanced hair care and skincare.
Amazing. So, do you want to talk about what Iluvia is exactly? So, for those of you watching right now, do not know what Iluvia is, want to go check you out after the live session is over. Let's talk about what Iluvia is.
Sure. Iluvia as a brand was started, to solve very pertinent problems that everybody around us was facing. Uh, the inspiration came from this very pertinent issue that we noticed and identified around us. Uh, this is the presence of hard water. So we noticed that there's not only people around us, but millions of people in India. In fact, nearly 70% of India receives hard water. So
True.
what is hard water? This is water which is generally higher in mineral content. So you have salts of calcium and magnesium, which are in higher concentration than what is advised by the WHO. And this is the water that people around us were receiving. And it, over a continuous use, over a period, if you are living in an area with hard water, you will notice that there are issues that come up with hair care, with skin care. Uh, Very particular to hair care, hair starts feeling very rough, very dry, very sticky. People generally complain about hair fall. And we found that there weren't many effective solutions or products targeted at this issue. So Iluvia was started with the idea of giving solutions to problems that people are facing with respect to their environment, whether it's your water, whether it's the humidity in the air, whether it's another natural concern. So that's how we started, and the aim is always to use science, to use innovation, and bring these products forward.
Amazing. The hard water shampoo is currently our favorite. I see someone in the comment section just like who raving about the hard water shampoo. I personally have used it. It has now become my staple. So while you're talking about how science meets technology and how clean beauty is formed in India, what is your background? Have you studied all of this and then you decided to start or co-found a company, or how did you get into this field?
Sure. So I've always been very interested in the science aspects of products or anything for that matter. I am an engineer, and my co-founder Palash, he also comes from the background of being a chemical engineer. And we were very fortunate to have been mentored by professionals from some of the leading worldwide brands. Some of them were heads of research at various divisions and organizations. And that led to a lot of interest, a lot of focus on using technology and R&D as the basis for creating products. So we were very fortunate to have had mentors who pushed us in the right direction. And I think Iluvia has come up and come out as a result of that mentorship and guidance.
Yeah, I can definitely see that. I definitely can see how, great your team is, and they're experts there who understand skin, who understands science, and because a lot of brands, especially in India, I have personally noticed that the products are not scientifically tested or they have like a lot of when we say clean beauty, a lot of the times we think natural beauty, ayurvedic beauty, which of course works if the concentrations are scientifically tested. Your vitamin C
Absolutely.
serum has to be stable for you to apply on your face. Like that's why you can't just apply lemon on your face, right? So there is
Right.
so much of I would say like like home remedies, DIY remedies that have like I have heard horror stories from my dermat, and she's told me like do not
Absolutely.
like apply all of these things because this is what happens. They're not the concentration is different. They're not balanced, and of course I'm glad that you have like legit experts on your team who are like mixing science, technology, and coming out with quality ingredients that
Yeah.
go into your product. Yeah. Do you
Yeah.
wanna
And I
elaborate?
think you brought up a very pertinent point. I think so. Taking the example of vitamin C or some of the ingredients, what happens is it's not just the product; it's also about how they're packaged, right? So a vitamin C serum or an ascorbic acid serum or anything with actives may need packaging which is not transparent. It may require UV blocking, sunlight blocking for the packaging. And this is something very pertinent that is sometimes missed. So I think it's very crucial that not only the product but all aspects around it are taken care of. At the end of the day, consumers are coming to brands with the expectation that not only the product but the safety, but the efficacy, but the overall experience is being tailored and designed, keeping in mind, every concern that they have. So I think that's super important.
I completely agree. And like in our session that we had like last Friday with Arjun Vaidya, he said that there is a lot of
Oh,
disconnect
okay.
between brand. Oh yeah, he was here. He's one of our
He's
Meolaa
good
Fam.
friends.
Really?
Yeah, good
Because
friends
like
with Arjun. Yeah,
yeah, yeah. Okay, I didn't tell him that we're having a session with you today. I should have. Maybe you could have like
sure.
joined together. But
I think
he was
we
telling that
have
there's a
been.
major disconnect between brands and customer, right? What brands think that customer want is there's like a major disconnect from what customers actually expect. So
Right.
yeah, so that's why it's so important to listen to your brands. I mean, to listen to your customer, have like constant surveys,
Absolutely.
read the reviews, and like make sure that you're not creating like a lot of ruckuses out there. So while we're talking about your brand,
True.
why did you choose Mula as a as a channel to sell?
So I think the overall vision really resonated with us. We really liked the fact that there was a curation, there was a genuine discovery and understanding of what kind of brand should be onboarded, and there was a lot of thought that went behind how the platform is being created, how the products are being brought over, and I think that's very it's a very conscious effort and very similar kind of effort that we put in to bring products and experiences to our customers. So I think it was a really great partnership, and we're glad that it's working out.
Yeah, I mean, when I speak to my friends, like what a lot of our customers tell us is that it was so hard to find just clean beauty on the platforms that are existing out there. So either you look for products and then see if they're clean and if they're tested and tried and tested, or you have to go to like these Korean clean beauty sites which are really expensive. So that's where we saw the gap, and Meolaa came into picture, and we were like if you're doing skincare, it has to be clean beauty, tried and tested, all like stable
Absolutely.
products. So that's where like I think Iluvia and Meolaa like got married, and then that's where our partnership evolved. So yeah. So
Yeah, it's really good.
coming to my next question, you when I was speaking to your team, you mentioned that the quality of your ingredients is something that you like are really proud of and you really like take
Absolutely.
pride in. So how do you maintain this quality of ingredients, or where do you source them from?
So, in fact, that's one of the toughest challenges we face uh, with the global situations that we all hear about. But I think that's something that is an absolutely no compromise situation for us. A lot of the ingredients that we work with come from very reputed suppliers in Europe, in the Americas. Sometimes, so just to give an example of the argan oil that Iluvia provides. So we source it directly from Morocco. It goes to Italy for certification as an organic product, and then finds its way to India. So we want to always ensure that the product that is being received and is going in the hands of consumers, they can be completely sure of the quality, of the origin, of the source, and of the efficacy of the product. So I think today's consumer is very demanding. They are willing to put in the effort to go and read about the products, read about where the ingredients are coming from, and one of the most important aspects in clean beauty is the transparency, right? So the fact that we have these certifications, we have the complete traceability of everything that goes inside, I think puts us at a very good position to be able to satisfy even the most demanding consumers and professionals.
Yeah, and apart from that, how else is Iluvia different from like other clean beauty brands in India? I know that there are not many, but how do you differentiate yourself apart from the ingredients? What is your unique USP?
Sure. So I think one of the key factors that we try to always highlight is the formulation innovation that we bring to the table. Uvia has been working and has been pioneering some very innovative product formats and formulations. And we're very proud of some of the work that we have done. We even have certain products that have been patented. And one of the products that I personally really love and is happens to be one of the best sellers is the intensive hair care liquid. So that serum was designed taking feedback from consumers, listening to consumers, where uh, there was the need of a heat protectant as well as a serum that could not only work for just your serum application, but also the fact that uh, people would want something that is convenient to apply. We Indians love our oils. We've all grown up using oils. So the format really matters to people. There's an inherent trust, there's an inherent comfort with using a product that is similar in application to oil. So we wanted to create a serum that would not only double up as the serum, but also have heat protection inbuilt so that when you're using a hair dryer or using a styling tool at home, you are able to provide that additional protection to your hair.
True.
So I think that's where we really
Oh, go ahead, and that's where.
and I think that's where we try and really put in that extra step and go a bit ahead of the regular products and really try and understand consumer needs before something is launched or developed.
I completely agree. And like I was watching this reel recently that told us that because of the rising temperatures, you really need a heat protectant serum, even if you're like going out in the sun, right? Because there's so much of sun
Absolutely.
damage. And then there's also a study that tells you that you really need to start applying sunscreen to your scalp. Like it's literally skin, right?
Right.
And I think since
Absolutely.
we're still educating ourselves with this, new era of conscious skincare and like actually getting into skincare, I think skincare like bloomed after COVID or during COVID. That's when we started getting into self care. Like I love looking at these hacks. I don't know about you, but like I do like every day in the night I'm just like scrolling down and I'm like, I should get a retinol now. So that is literally how my nights are spent. Yeah.
No, no, absolutely. I think it's great that consumers are taking the time out to read and educate themselves about various products and ingredients. And I think it's also important to take professional advice and input as well.
Definitely.
A lot of I think it's very important to be prepared. Work with professionals, and they're there to help us out. So I think that's where we are always very proud of the associations that we have, whether it's with Meolaa or with professionals, and we're always trying to bring education forth, let consumers make an informed choice.
Skin education and skincare I'm here for. I think if you're not educated, especially in Indian pharmacies where retinol and everything is so readily available, you don't even need a prescription.
Yeah,
So many things can go wrong. So that's where
right,
education comes into place, right? And I think we both are
absolutely.
doing a great job in it as like a company, is just spreading across the message. So, like, while we're talking about clean beauty or like skincare, have you seen a trend? Like, I definitely have seen a trend just rise up right after like 2020. But according to you, have you also seen a trend like in the current years? Like, there has been a more demand for clean beauty. People are looking for products which have like ingredients that are active, AHAs, BHAs. What do you think about that?
True. So I would agree with you, definitely. What has happened is what we've noticed, people have become much more conscious about what goes on their skin, what goes on their body. And this definitely was accelerated in some way by COVID. I think there was already a trend towards this aspect. And I think we've noticed that in most developed countries, people are trying to be educated and be aware of what's going into their products and consequently on their bodies. And definitely, consumers are now more demanding. They want to know if the product is vegan. They want to know if you're cruelty free. They do want to know what's the source of the ingredients. So I think we are very happy that consumers are now becoming conscious about these things because there's a lot of effort that goes behind the scenes into making products that can be transparent, can be innovative, and it's always nice when the consumer is looking for those options and you're able to satisfy them.
Of course, of course. And like while we're talking about educating, what is one biggest misconception that you've heard about clean beauty? Like, do you have any like someone or you're probably like I've heard a lot of things from my mom and like
Okay.
maybe something that your like friend circle or someone has told you about clean beauty, like the most heard misconception that you've heard.
Yeah. So I think one common thing that has come up has been that natural equals preservative free,
I
right?
was
Or that.
I was gonna say the same thing, but go ahead.
Yeah, and I think there is a certain fear or misunderstanding around how preservation is important for products. I think it's very so what happens is there's many regulatory bodies that put in a lot of effort. There's a lot of research that goes before certain ingredients are approved for dermatological use or for cosmetic use. And I think somewhere natural has tried to, or there has been a misnomer that has come up that preservatives may not be good. But then to preserve your product, to make sure that it works as intended over the course of time, over the course of you opening the bottle to your repeated use, it's very important to ensure that the efficacy of the product is maintained. There is no fungal growth. There is the right microbiome that is established. So I think for me that's something that sometimes it takes some time to educate people around. Uh, there are natural preservatives, there are naturally derived preservatives, but then they're not bad. The term itself has, I think, in some way been demonized. So I
No,
think
no,
I
I
think I think that's
completely
something.
agree. Like, this is a conversation that my dermat and I were having, and then she was like, I do not understand why people are, so against parabens. So, parabens actually are really, really good when it comes to preserving your product or, like, elongating the lifetime of your product. But the thing is, parabens are not
Right,
good for people who have compromised immune system or people who are on chemotherapy. Like, those are the only people who
right,
we like need to exclude parabens, right, in their products. And I
right.
really don't know where this rumor started from, where parabens were like, completely like there's like a no paraben thing. But parabens are actually really like one of the most stable ingredients that you can put in your skincare that elongs
True.
the shelf life. Do you agree with me?
But I would also go one step further. I think alternatives have been developed, which are, if not equally, sometimes superior to parabens, which can be used in formulations.
Amazing.
I think definitely there are places where parabens may be required, but to be honest, I think cosmetic science and ingredient formulations have moved to a space where we no longer need them. So I think as a brand, while we do understand that certain ingredients may not. So I think this also comes up with sulfates.
Oh yeah.
We are, in fact, not at all anti-sulfates, but then primarily Iluvia is designed for professional use. There are customers who have colored their hair or treated their hair. And in those applications, sulfates may not be the best formulation choice. So because of that, we are sulfate free. But then as an ingredient, we wholeheartedly support brands using sulfates as an ingredient in their products. It's only that in professional applications or in treated hair products or in slightly compromised hair structures, that may not be the best solution.
Solution, exactly. No, I completely agree with you there. And like the biggest misconception that I keep hearing is, whenever I'm doing my skincare, people come and tell me that you're applying too many chemicals on your face. You need to explore the natural world that the nature has given us. And I'm like, oh my God,
Okay.
that misconception. Even water is a chemical, right? Like it's H2O.
Absolutely.
And when you apply all these natural products in your kitchen, you cannot, like as I mentioned before in the slide, you cannot measure them. You don't know their potency. You don't know, when you're applying lemon on your face, if you can literally burn your face. So of course you
Absolutely.
need to, let the experts do what they're doing. If you really want to apply lemon on your face, why don't you try vitamin C serum? It's literally the same thing, but this is more, stabilized, more potent, and it's not going to give you like your skin burn. So have you heard this misconception growing up? Like, stop applying chemicals to your face. Like, just go the natural route. What do you think about that?
So definitely, I think that's somewhere stems from a good place. I think people have always wanted to be safe, and there's an inherent desire to be as close to nature as possible. But this is even more pertinent to people with, say, sensitive skin or situations where they may not be comfortable using products. Uh, what happens is when you're using a naturally sourced product, you're applying something where you do not know what the composition is. There's a very high chance there are aromatic compounds, there are ingredients which may react with each other, which may cause sensitization, which may cause flare up of allergies or acne or other issues. And I think in a bid to be more natural or be more safe, we end up doing more harm than good. So
True.
whenever a properly licensed product is launched, when we work with dermatologists, we work with testing agencies, it's very important for us to know each and every ingredient that is going on inside and how they are working together as a system. It's not about putting one ingredient as a star ingredient, but it's the combination of everything together that's delivering a result. So it's very pertinent to be able to check that safety, check that efficacy, and which is where I think somewhere natural may not be as safe as people may expect it to be.
Completely agree. Yeah, and I think this is a great live. I'm sure, like, please let us know if all the information shared with you all today has been informative in the comment box below. I see that my mom has joined this live. So let us know if
I
you found this session informative. For the last question, what are the future launches that we can expect from Iluvia? I love your hard water shampoo. Like literally, I see my tap in Bangalore. What the hard water does to that, I didn't even like realize what it's doing to my hair and my scalp. It's an amazing shampoo. If you all want to check it out, go to Meolaa and check out the hard water shampoo under Iluvia. But what are the future launches that are coming our way?
So I wish I could talk a little more about these right now, but I think we will take that up very, very soon. I think there's some very exciting products that we have coming up, and I think we'll be able to bring some very innovative technologies for everybody right here.
And I'm sure
So I
about
think
that. I can guarantee that, of course. So,
thank you
yeah,
so much for
yeah. Thank you so much
having
for
me
being here.
here.
Yeah, this has been a very informative session, and this was perhaps one of the best fun sessions that I've had today. I love talking about skincare. If you want to see more such videos, head on to our YouTube channel where all our lives are put up there for you to watch later on. Do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel because we have like trend reports there as well for you to see. Really fun content. Yeah, and for those of you who have joined us right now, this live will be available for you to watch on YouTube. So head on there. And yeah, until the next time I see you, happy selling. Happy
Thank
selling.
you. Bye.
Bye bye.